Most Christians misunderstand this. They say, God is testing me. But what if that belief is actually limiting your growth, misrepresenting God's character, and causing you to suffer longer than necessary? What if God isn't testing you to see if you'll fail, but training you so you can't be defeated? Stay with me, because once you understand this difference, you will never see hardship, delay, or pressure the same way again. Section 1. Why we say God is testing me. Let's be honest. When life gets hard, when prayers seem unanswered, when doors close, when pressure increases, we instinctively say, God is testing me. Why? Because testing feels passive. Testing sounds temporary. Testing makes us feel like victims of circumstance. But the Bible rarely presents God as a passive examiner. God is not sitting in heaven with a clipboard waiting to see if you mess up. That mindset comes from human education, not divine design. Teachers test to measure knowledge, but God already knows what's inside you. So why would an all-knowing God need to test you? Section 2. Testing versus training, the critical difference. Here's the difference most believers miss. A test measures weakness. Training develops strength. A test exposes what you lack. Training builds what you need. A test has a pass or fail. Training assumes growth. And here's the key truth. God does not prepare His people to barely survive. He prepares them to overcome. In Ephesians 4:12, it says that leaders are called to equip the saints. Equip, not evaluate. Prepare, not pressure. God's intention has never been to watch you struggle. His intention is to shape you for what's coming. Section 3. Jesus was never tested, He was trained. Even Jesus, think about this, before His public ministry began, before miracles, before authority, Jesus was led into the wilderness. Scripture says He was tempted, not tested by God. The wilderness wasn't an exam, it was preparation. 40 days of fasting wasn't to see if Jesus could obey, it was to strengthen spiritual authority. And notice this, Jesus didn't leave the wilderness weak, He left in power. Training always produces power. Testing only produces results. Section 4. Why pressure increases when you're growing. Here's something most people don't realize. Pressure is not punishment. Pressure is resistance. And resistance is necessary for strength. Muscles grow under resistance. Faith grows under resistance. Spiritual authority grows under resistance. If your life feels heavier right now, it might not be because God is disappointed. It might be because capacity is increasing. God doesn't train people who are staying where they are. He trains people He's preparing to elevate. Section 5. Joseph, not tested, trained. Joseph's story is misunderstood. We say God tested Joseph, but let's look closely. Betrayed by brothers, sold into slavery, false accusations, prison. That wasn't random suffering. Each stage trained a specific skill. Slavery trained humility. Leadership in Potiphar's house trained administration. Prison trained discernment and patience. So when Joseph reached the palace, he wasn't surprised by responsibility. Training prepares you for what prayer alone cannot. Section 6. Why training feels like delay. Training feels slow. Testing is quick. Training is long. That's why many people quit. They say, God, why is this taking so long? But timing is not about speed, it's about readiness. God would rather delay a blessing than deliver it to someone unprepared to carry it. Delay is not denial, delay is development. Section 7. What happens when you mislabel training as testing? When you think God is testing you, you do three dangerous things. You become passive. I'm just waiting for this to be over. You miss instruction. Training always contains lessons. And you resent God. But when you recognize training, everything changes. You start asking better questions. What is God building in me? What capacity is increasing? What discipline is forming? Section 8. How to respond when God is training you. Here's how mature believers respond to training. They stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this preparing me for?" They don't quit under pressure, they adapt. They don't complain about resistance, they build strength. Because training is proof that God believes in your future. Section 9. This is why you're still standing. Think about everything you've survived, the things that should have broken you but didn't. That wasn't luck, that wasn't coincidence, that was training. God doesn't waste pain, He repurposes it. So the next time life feels heavy, remember this: God is not testing you to see if you'll fail, He's training you so you won't. If this message spoke to you, comment, "I'm in training." And if you want more biblical truth that strengthens your faith, subscribe and stay connected. You're not being tested, you're being prepared.